What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have 10 things Americans can't believe exist in the UK. Before we dive into this video, if you guys happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you guys would like to support the channel further, all you gotta do is hit that join button, become a member, and get your exclusive benefits. Let's see what we got here.
10 things Americans can't believe exist in the UK. America and Britain might speak the same language, but make no mistake, these two cultures can feel worlds apart. For many Americans, a visit to the UK is full of little surprises that range from charming to downright baffling. It's not just the red phone boxes or driving on the left, it's the everyday things that Brits barely notice, but which leave Americans scratching their heads. Why are the sinks weird? Why are there no window screens? And what's with the obsession with tea? Let's dive into the top 10 things that blow American minds when they travel to the United Kingdom.
I'll tell you how much each thing blows my mind, if it does.
10. Free healthcare that actually works. For Americans used to expensive insurance premiums, deductibles, and surprise medical bills, the idea of walking into a hospital and not leaving with a debt the size of a small car feels almost fictional. But that's everyday life in the UK, thanks to the National Health Service, NHS. The NHS provides healthcare free at the point of use. That means doctor visits, emergency services, and hospital stays are covered. Prescriptions in England are capped at a fixed fee, currently around £10, and in Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, they're completely free. Americans often ask, but how? The answer is taxation. Brits pay for the NHS through their taxes, but polls consistently show that they're overwhelmingly proud of their system. It's not perfect. Waiting times can be long, but it means nobody goes bankrupt for needing surgery. That's a big shock for many Americans visiting Britain. 9. Roundabouts.
That's a big one. 100%. It is absolutely incredible to me, the way that Britain does the healthcare system and the fact that nobody gets left without healthcare. They look at it as a right and not a privilege. And so to me, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, there's going to be long wait times because it's not getting as much money as maybe privately funded sectors. But at the end of the day, people that can't afford to pay for health insurance are still able to go to the doctor and be seen and have certain things taken care of. To me, that's a great thing.
Roundabouts and more. Roundabouts. American drivers are used to stop signs and traffic lights, but in the UK you'll find roundabouts and lots of them. In fact, the UK has over 10,000 roundabouts, including the notorious Magic Roundabout in Swindon, which has 5 smaller roundabouts inside a larger one. It's like a traffic puzzle that Brits seem to solve effortlessly. To Americans, it's initially terrifying. Yielding, merging, and circling all at once? Chaos. But once you get the hang of it, roundabouts actually reduce accidents and improve traffic flow. That's why they're so common in the UK, and increasingly being adopted in the US too. Still, the Swindon Roundabout remains a rite of passage or panic for visiting Americans. 8.
I was gonna say, I understand roundabouts. I started to drive on. I was starting to get used to them, understand the rules in them, and they are very efficient, and I do enjoy them. But nah, that's Swindon. No, I wouldn't even attempt it, bro, because that roundabouts and roundabouts.
Separate hot and cold taps. Why? This one never fails to confuse. Walk into an older British home, turn on the sink, and you'll often find 2 separate taps. One for hot water, one for cold. So do you freeze your hands or scald them? There's no happy medium. The reason is partly historical. Old British plumbing systems were designed with separate hot and cold water storage for safety. Mixing the two in a single faucet wasn't standard until more recent decades. Even though modern mixer taps are now common in new builds, the classic dual tap setup still exists in countless homes, pubs, and even some hotels.
Oh my
To
day.
Americans used to temperature control with one handle, this feels wildly inefficient. But to Brits, it's just tradition.
Yeah,
7.
those hot and cold taps. I get it because they were built way back when and the plumbing and everything. But yeah, if you still got them, I'm like, yeah, it's time to be going to the one tap system because
No window screens, just
I don't like
open air. You open a window to let in some fresh air, and boom, bugs. Where are the screens? In most American homes, mesh screens are standard to keep flies, mosquitoes, and other pests out. In the UK, they're surprisingly rare, especially in older homes. Why? Britain simply doesn't have the same
yeah.
bug problem as parts of the US, and the climate has traditionally been mild enough that open windows weren't a major issue. That's changing as summers get hotter and insects become more common, but window screens still aren't the norm. Instead, many Brits rely on fly swatters, patience, or just accepting the occasional uninvited buzzing guest.
Yeah.
To Americans, this feels like medieval living. To Brits, it's just how it's always been. 6.
It's
Pubs
gotta
that
go.
close shockingly early. Looking for a pint after midnight? In many British towns, you'll be out of luck. Pubs in the UK often call last orders by 11 o'clock, and by 11:30, the lights are off. In the US, bars in big cities can stay open until 2 or even 4 in the morning, but British pubs have long operated on earlier schedules, thanks in part to older licensing laws that only recently started to loosen up. Some venues now stay open late, especially in cities like London, but the traditional pub still closes before midnight. To Americans used to long nights out, this can be a buzzkill. But to Brits, it's part of the charm. Grab your drink, enjoy a quiet pint, and head home at a reasonable hour. 5. Appliances.
There you go. But I think that's cool because pubs are more like community atmosphere. From what I've seen, like more family atmospheres. Like, I mean, there's some where people gonna get rough and tough, but it feels like a place that the community come together and enjoy a drink. So I can understand why they would be open late, like American bars, like 2, 4. That makes complete sense to me. And with the bugs, if the bugs start coming, bro, yeah, you're gonna get mesh screens. Right now, he said the UK don't got to deal with that issue, but yeah, if they start coming, you're gonna get the mesh screens because it only makes sense. Nobody wants all the
That
mistakes.
look miniature. Ever seen a washing machine in a kitchen or a fridge barely big enough for a takeaway container? Welcome to the UK. British homes are typically smaller than American ones, so appliances follow suit. Washing machines often live in the kitchen. Fridges are more compact. Ovens, dryers, and dishwashers are slimmed down, and garbage disposals are rare. Americans used to sprawling kitchens and walk-in pantries often find this jarring. But Brits value energy efficiency and space-saving solutions. Plus, with grocery shops close by and fewer bulk buying habits, you simply don't need a fridge the size of a smart car. Still,
Agreed.
trying to do a week's worth of shopping in a UK fridge. Good luck.
No,
4.
I think the older I get, the less I care about buying in bulk, like about making multiple trips, because you do get food fresher. Sometimes when you buy in bulk, you can leave stuff for too long and it goes bad and you just wasted your
No
money.
electrical outlets in bathrooms. This one seems like a cruel prank to many Americans. You walk into a bathroom, hairdryer in hand, and there's nowhere to plug it in. UK building regulations prohibit standard electrical outlets in bathrooms for safety reasons.
I get that.
Water and electricity don't mix, and the UK takes that rule seriously. You might find a small socket for electric shavers, but for anything else, you'll need to dry your hair in the hallway or bedroom. To Americans, who are used to fully wired bathrooms, this feels like a massive inconvenience. But to Brits, it's
I you just get an extension cord though and just plug it outside of the bathroom and travel it into the bathroom.
just common sense, and a law that's actually saved lives. 3. The infamous TV license.
Oh,
In
I
the
don't like
US,
this.
public broadcasting is often supported by donations. Think
Yes.
PBS pledge drives and tote bags. In the UK, Watching live TV or streaming BBC content legally requires a TV licence, which currently costs around £160 per year. And yes, it's enforced. Licence evasion can lead to fines, and enforcement officers really do knock on doors. This system funds the BBC's extensive programming, from news to dramas to documentaries. Americans often balk at this idea. You have to pay to watch free TV, but Brits see it as a fair trade-off for high-quality, ad-free content. That said, the licence system is under increasing debate in the streaming age.
Yeah.
2.
My only problem with it was that the people who don't use it still have to pay for it. $160 a year is not bad because when you try to get cable here in the US nowadays, you're looking at, even through apps, maybe 50, 60 a month. Maybe certain places 30, 40 a month. I don't know. But I mean, it's not like cheap. It's not going to be as cheap as 160 a year. But I was just thinking of, with the day and age of all these streaming apps, bro, like we not necessarily looking at them channels. So why we got to pay for them? But I know that it does help fund those channels. It helps them make certain productions. And I mean, they got some good stuff in the UK. So I'm not a fan of it, but it's worked for them for so long. So who am I to try to have my
issues? Uniforms for every age. In the US, school uniforms are mostly reserved for private schools. In the UK, they're standard across the board, from age 4 to 18. Ties, blazers, pleated skirts and black shoes are the norm. It's not just a fashion statement. British schools believe uniforms promote equality, reduce peer pressure, and create a sense of discipline. Many parents also appreciate not having to argue over outfits every morning. But to American students visiting the UK, the strict dress codes feel straight out of Harry Potter. And yes, the uniforms sometimes come with crests, houses, and even Latin mottos. Magic not included. 1. Hot water taps for tea everywhere. Picture this. You walk into a UK office and there's a tap dedicated to boiling water. Not coffee, not soup, just hot water for tea. In America, you might find a Keurig or drip coffee machine. But in Britain, tea is sacred. Workplaces, train stations and pubs often have hot water dispensers just for brewing a perfect cuppa. Some kitchens even have instant hot water taps installed alongside the regular faucet. Tea is more than a drink. It's a national ritual. Builders drink it. Royals drink it. It's the answer to stress, celebration, cold weather, and awkward social interactions. Americans love their coffee, but Brits? They live for tea. The UK is full of quirky surprises that leave Americans amazed. And that's the beauty of travel. If any of these shocked you, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more fun global comparisons every week. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and...
I'm pretty sure I heard about like all of the... I've heard all of these 10 things that he mentioned. But the uniform thing, like to me, I get the words coming from uniform. You don't got to worry about picking it out. You don't got to worry about a kid being bullied for what he's wearing. All of these things. But I just feel like me... personally, and it's selfish of me, but I just enjoy, I would like to go to school in like basketball shorts and a t-shirt and like just be comfortable. But I definitely understand the uniform thing. And then the tea and college, we all know Brits and their tea, we all know. Hot water taps everywhere though. Like, I didn't know like how that like, so the water is like already like at a boiling temperature where you can just dip your tea back in, or you still gotta go heat it up. Talk to me, let me know. That's interesting. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.